Hello everyone, Radis for DLC here to look at the kit for the new Legend Piccolo, which is one I just want to point out that it is kind of funny that we actually received this Piccolo, a free-to-play version of him around the same time last year, so it's just very funny. We're getting a actual summoner version of him. Very happy. We haven't like when it comes to Piccolo Legends, we have the Saiyan Saga Piccolo, we have Orange Piccolo, and I think that's it. It's crazy. We only have three. This is the third premium Piccolo character in the game. 8 years in. Kind of crazy when you realize that. But anyway, fused with Kami Piccolo. His kit just came out. This is right after the reveals, which I thought was going to be a bit longer. But anyway, let's look at his kit. I do want to just state from the reveals, I kind of getting the same feeling of Merch Zamasu. That he is going to be a very good character. But if you don't really have the specific characters or teams to run him with, I would suggest you just skip the banner. But let's look at his strengths. Number 1, Legend Action. One time only, draw a Ultimate Arts when you activate a Legend Action. Ultimate Arts increase your damage guard penetration by 100% and let you dish out serious damage. 2, Superior Element Blue Plus. Get even a bigger damage boost against Ready than normal Element Blue. Keep opponents in check with indestructible and disruption effects. Survive being KO once with indestructible and reduce the amount of health opponents gain from reviving with revive disruption. This is like, we have not seen this in like, I think since 6th anniversary with the Super Vegito. Piccolo can even stop enemy combos thanks to an effect that increases all arts costs when hit with a arts attack. Ooh. The fabled Namakian warriors hold once more and now stand and fight back against powerful foes. Yeah, Super Warriors, Regen, Merging, Namakian. I know a lot of people are going to look at this and just like, okay, so it only has Regen, but Super Warrior, we have been getting a lot of characters in the last like 2 to 3 years. Like, let's look. Like, and this is the Piccolo I was talking about. Like, yeah, the free-to-play Piccolo. We got Tien, who was amazing last year. Krillin is just a super support character. We do have Orange Piccolo, who got his plat equipment. He's amazing, or unique equipment. Amazing with it. Yamcha is still a pretty decent support character. He has some, the funny thing is, I'm not gonna like go into details, but let's just say Overdrive had kind of buffed this guy a lot. If you know, you know. Roshi is super gimmick. You're stealing with him. That's it. And it's kind of like, unfortunately, this character would actually be decent if he was sparking, but unfortunately, him being an extreme character just severely hurts his. It just hurts his damage. And then this Gohan is pretty good. He just needs the unique equipment. Give him the unique equipment and he'll be pretty good. So like Super Warriors are like, I want to say in a terrible place. I know people are like, what, you're capping? But I'm like, you have like Tien, who I think is still, you could use him. You have this guy who is definitely carrying a lot of the work. Krillin is still usable. I just feel like, yeah, you're running Piccolo, you're running Tien, you're running this new Piccolo. Pretty much, that's probably going to be your team. Or you could run Yamcha for the support and then the special overdrive strat. I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, if they can continue and make Super Warrior actual team. So if they do, then yeah. But for now, I understand people are going to say like Cell Saga, Regen are really his only 2 teams. He buffs Regen, Super Warrior, Cell Saga. Let's see. So he is a blast heavy character. If Regen, Super Warrior, or Cell Saga, he 38% base blast attack and base strike defense. And if Regen, they get additional base blast defense of 18%. Pretty nice. Pretty standard stuff. Does he have strike blast armor? Okay, so he does have. This was one thing, like they kind of just skipped over this in the reveals and stuff. They went immediately to his blast and green. I was like, oh, does he not have blast armor? But yeah, he does. Has armor, so charge in without fear of enemy blast arts. Blast, he does have this 170 boost the blast damage against enemies charging in with armor. Really good. Again, you gotta realize, like, if you're a red character, like if Buhan strikes into him, he's a blue plus character and he has this 170% boost. Like, you're probably gonna kill him or take half of his health from just one blast card alone if he does that. Special move, reduce enemies ki by 100 on hit, lower health restoration and ki recovery of all enemies too. Massive damage on activation, he gets 50% special move damage, and on hit, enemy ki minus 100, all enemy health restoration minus 50, all enemy ki recovery minus 50. Pretty good stuff. And for 10 counts, so it's not like for 5 counts. Green card seals enemy blast arts and nullify your own element disadvantage, so it goes type neutral. Is it off of... Okay, so he just goes type neutral. That's just sweet. I was a little scared that it was going to be like he only gets it for like offense but not for the defense side of things, but he just goes type neutral for 5 counts. Draws a card, health plus 15, ki plus 50, sub counts on switch minus 5. This is pretty good. Resets on switch and he can't stack. And seals blast for 5 counts. Pretty good. Ultimate, gain 100% your own damage card penetration. They really like giving this to Piccolo characters, by the way. They really love to give like old, like the LF Piccolo has this effect on his blue card. That's one reason why his blue card still hits so hard, because he just bypasses damage card pretty much. Supreme damage piercing on activation, damage card penetration plus 100% for 3 counts. Nullify endurance for 3 counts. On hit, allies sub count minus 10. Afflicts enemy with heavy bleed. So yeah, like he's probably gonna kill with this. If you're a red carry and he hits you with the ult, you're dead. He's doing extra, doing 1.75 damage additional to that. He has 100% cut pen. Yeah, you're dead. And it's piercing. Main ability. Lower enemy ki by 100 and reduce your Dragon Balls by 2. Draw ultimate arts next. Health plus 30%. Ki plus 50. Enemy ki minus 100. Enemy Dragon Balls minus 2. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Starter ability, he does have the Revive Disruption. We have not seen this since, I want to say, Super Vegito, the 6th anniversary Super Vegito. And, my bad, also, the Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 4. He has this too. I think it's on his ult. Enemies with Revive with 60% less health than normal would, yeah. So, damage 133. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah, so he's easily going to be around 400% damage. Yeah, that's crazy. Damage card 260. Again, literally the same time last year we were at 70% damage card. We're literally like over 300% increase. So this is stupid, but it is what it is. Key recovery plus 50, draw speed plus 1. Pretty good. This is just basic stuff. And then Revive Disruption. Oh, so he doesn't... Okay, so unlike Super Vegito and UG4, he just has it in his kit. He doesn't have to hit them with a blue. He doesn't have to hit them with an ult. He just has to defeat them, and he gets this. I think the only other character off the top of my head that has something like this similar is the Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think he has something like this on his unique equipment. Unique abilities, Piccolo even has Indestructible on battlefield entry on after changing of areas, get 200% boost the unique gauge charge rate for the next strike or blast arts used. Unique gauge is actually for offense, so makes the acid. Battlefield entry, he draws a card, keep plus 30, health plus 15, unique gauge charge rate for the next activate strike or blast arts 20%, pretty good. Nullify damage received for element disadvantage for 5 counts, really good. For strike / blast arts use, he gets 30% damage. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna have a lot of damage because this is not including his unique gauge. And so you're just stacking 30% damage every time that's a card. Nullify special cover change 5 counts for 1 time and it resets. Resets on area change. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. So what you're gonna do is basically you would do like, you do a card, you do like a very quick combo, and right when this ends, you area change. And then you could just, oh my goodness, this is dirty. When hit with enemy arts, ally sub count -1, enemy arts cost plus 10. All enemy sub counts plus 2 for 1 time and then switch on active. Resets on switch or area change, dude. This is really good. This is really good. Yeah, wow. When enemy is reduced, health is reduced to 0 by enemy attack activates once. He activates indestructible. He nullifies after downgrades after condition for 15 counts. He cancels any that he has already. Destroys entire enemy hands, and he might enemy key -5. And then after indestructible ends, he gets 50% HP. I don't see a lot of healing on his kit, which is kind of funny considering he's a regen character. Special coverage against blast, pretty good. We don't really see, I don't feel like we see a lot of blast cover change as of late, so it's pretty nice. Unique gauge, tons of offense effects activate when you fill up the unique gauge. Get a boost to damage, draw 2 cards, and even protect your own hand. It will even charge the overdrive gauge. Okay. So it is every time there's a card, he is filling his gauge. When unique gauge becomes full, draw up to 2 cards if hand is 3 or fewer. Pretty good. Health plus 1%, 10%. Key plus 50. Overdrive gauge plus 20%. Damage plus 40. Now this is what I was talking about. Considering if this, like, we'd have to see how fast this is going to charge the gauge. Let's say it's like 5 cards. You're going to probably easily hover around 120% damage off of this. So 120 from that, he has 330 base damage, and then he's stacking 30% damage off his cards. He's like, this guy's gonna have like 500% damage if that's the case. Nullify special cover change, 5 counts. Protects hand, 5 counts. This guy's just good. If he feels like he has a lot of ways of getting cover null. Yeah, this guy seems pretty good. And cancel attribute downgrades and admirable conditions. Yeah, this guy looks pretty good. Pretty good. And then the last thing is his legend action. Now, this is probably going to be the one thing of contention that kind of does sucks. Is like, he only does this once. He draws the ultimate arts if you hit on the low area, and he destroys a card and draws an ultimate arts. Only gets face once. So this is gonna be definitely, I think this is where a lot of people will say like this kind of, I think it should have, like, I don't mind this being a one-time activation, not at all. But it should it should be like destroy 1 card of the enemy, and that's just permanent every time you do it. Or adds like 3 sub counts to the enemy. That would be pretty good. But he looks pretty strong. As of the legends reveals and stuff, they specifically want you to run him on a regen team. So it's like, I will say this: do you have a good regen team? If your answer is no, do not summon for this guy. Like for me, I'm gonna try to summon because I actually do have Janemba. So I think this guy will work well with Janemba. Obviously, if you have Kid Buu, he's gonna be good for him. If you have Buuhan, he's gonna be both really good with him, but also a hard counter to Buuhan. This guy also hard counters Gohan because of the revive disruption. But let's see if I can actually put up one here. They're like specifically, yeah, so like, yeah, without revive disruption, he revives at 70% health. With revive disruption, 28% health. That's huge. That is huge. Ganon, 175 extra damage to Reds. And they even recommend try a regen party with LR Super Vegito as leader, which is kind of funny because it's like, if they want you to use this team, who you're gonna kick for Piccolo? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like Vegito is gonna be kicked from this team. But anyway, yeah, this guy looks really good. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys gonna summon? I don't recommend you guys summon. I'm gonna be honest. Like, let's just look at regen real quick as a tag. Regen. If I can find it, yeah, here it is. So, Merge Zamasu is still a great character. I think Cell is kind of niche. You could still, his damage is still there. He's still there. Obviously, I don't need to say anything about this guy. Janemba is, unfortunately, kind of fell off. He fell off pretty much by the 3rd part of the anniversary or Legends Fest. This guy is actually going to be an S tier for this season, I believe. So he may actually be pretty good for it. Right? I think, yeah, S tier. So like Metal Cooler may actually be kind of like Metal Cooler with this Piccolo this might be a really nasty team. Same with Goku Piccolo. This is going to be a really good character with them because he is heavily blast based. So that is one thing you do got to remember. This new Piccolo is blast based. So Cell is good with him. He's blast based. These characters are somewhat more strike based. I think Zamasu could get away with it. Kid Buu is definitely more. Honestly, Kid Buu is a weird character. If you look at his actual kit and his design, he kind of could go on either or team. Yeah, I think they made a mistake putting him in here. Metal Cooler may be actually pretty good. Super Janemba. I honestly, the more I think about it, may not be good for this team just because he's kind of strike based. I think Zamasu is also in that camp. If Omega gets a unique equipment or something, he will be a pretty good option. This guy's going to be pretty good for this season. And then I think that's it for Regen, unfortunately. And then obviously Piccolo. This guy is good. Maybe we want to try to do something with him. But yeah, like if they do something crazy, like if they pit like Kid Buu high on boost here or something like that, maybe. But yeah, I kind of don't recommend people to summon, but at the end of the day, it's your CC. But tell me in the comments what you guys think of this guy. Are you guys going to summon or not? Or, you know, are you still hunting for Legend Super Vegito? But that's going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.